Dear students, good evening all of you. Mainly these lectures are will be helpful those who wants to clear EMFT or field theory, particularly for VTU syllabus. Now we know this month is there for your preparation. Just you what we need to do, just every day one or two problems you need to practice. You need to read one question, theory question. We need to practice, we need to solve one numerical. That's enough to get more marks in field theory. Now in today's class, just I will see we will discuss these four questions. State and explain divergence theorem. This is very basic question. If you refer the previous papers, this is the most probable question they are asking most of the times. So that's why how to learn how to write this theorem in examination, and how to remember this. This is very easy. So that's what we will discuss. After that, based on the divergence theorem, one numerical we will discuss, and Gauss law statement, and Maxwell's first equation, how we will derive from the Gauss law, and finally applications of Gauss law. In these applications, if you consider, there will be a point charge, line charge, surface charge, volume charge. Based on the volume charge, there is a two types of problems are there. So most probably, just I will fastly go through the charge. I mean electric field intensity due to line charge density and surface charge density, volume charge density by using Gauss law. I will fastly go through, and problems we will discuss some more time. Now, just we will see that state and explain divergence theorem. As I told, this will give for 6 marks in VTU exam. If you understand this easily, you can get 6 marks. If you for this, what we need to recall, that I will write it here in the right side. You can see over here. I will write what we need to recall. Simple, how the charge will be distributed in the space. Charge, if you see over here, if you see, charge may be line charge, surface charge, volume charge. Even you can consider point charge also. Right? Now, if I want to find the total charge, for example, here is my line charge is there. The charge is distributed along this line. If I want to know what is the total charge, what we need to do? Just we need to perform the integration. Just we need to perform the integration over a line. Over a line. Now, similarly, if I want to know how much charge is distributed over a surface, just I will calculate integral over surface. Similarly, volume, I will use that volume integral. So finally, I know that there will be a three different types of integrals. One is line integral, surface integral, and volume integral. So we need to, if there is any relation between these integrals, just we'll have a look at that. Line integral, if you see that line integral and surface integral, if you relate these two, if I want to relate line integral to the surface integral, line integral and surface integral, that theorem we will call it as Stokes theorem. That theorem we will call it as Stokes theorem. But this Stokes theorem, they, as per VTU syllabus, it is not given in electrostatics. This is very important in magnetostatics, that we will discuss later. Okay, now if I want to relate the line integral and surface integral, here one more thing we need to be very careful. We need to relate closed line integral to open surface integral. This is very, very important. Closed to open surface integral. This we can understand from the Stokes theorem. Now, two more integrals. Just if I want to relate surface integral and volume integral, surface integral and volume integral. So similarly, closed surface, I need to relate closed surface and the open volume. This theorem we will call it as divergence theorem. Divergence theorem. So now I can write it here. Just I will say 2 points. Whenever you are talking about the divergence theorem, So we can relate. This theorem helps to understand. This theorem helps to understand the relation between closed surface integral. That is, this is very important. Closed surface integral, and volume integral. Right? So just simple. I will write the equation. Before writing the equation, I will write the statement. How to write the statement? Just you write the equation first, then you write the statement. What is the equation? Just I told, divergence theorem helps to understand the relation between closed surface integral. So now I will write it here. Closed surface integral, closed surface to volume integral, to volume integral. So here let us take a vector a bar dot ds bar. A bar dot ds bar is equals to integral over volume del dot a bar into dv. A bar dot ds bar equal to integral over volume del dot a bar into dv. Right. Now, if I know the equation, you can write the statement. The divergence theorem states that the divergence theorem states that here del dot is nothing but divergence. Divergence means something is leaving from the surface. For example, if if you consider, if in your pocket there is 100 rupees, how much you can spend? 100 rupees you can spend, right? So the same thing here we can relate. Here the divergence theorem states that the total outward flux, the total outward flux, that means how much you can spend, how much I can spend. 100 rupees I can spend because I have 100 rupees in my pocket. So the divergence theorem states that the total outward flux, or we can say divergence of a bar. Divergence is nothing but leaving from the surface. That's what the meaning. Total outward flux of a vector field a bar, of a vector field a bar through the closed surface, through the closed surface, yes, through the closed surface, yes, is same as the volume integral is same as the volume integral of the del dot a bar is nothing but divergence of a bar, divergence of a bar. So what I done over here, integral over closed surface a bar dot ds bar. That means something is leaving from the closed surface. Something is leaving from the closed surface. What is that something? Outward flux. Flux is leaving from the surface is same as how much is inside of the surface. That means how much I can spend. 100 rupees I can spend, which is equals to how much is there in my pocket. 100 rupees is there in my pocket. So that's why in that way we can relate this statement. Now, how we can prove that? This is quite easy. Right. So now, as I told, just I will write it over here. Integral over closed surface a bar dot ds bar is equals to integral over volume del dot a bar into dv. This is the statement, right? Simple. If you want to, sir, I don't want to write any theory. Just I want only equations pertaining to that. Just simple. I will write. Just assume here integral over closed surface a bar dot ds bar, a bar dot ds bar. I'm just splitting into small portions. That means integral over closed surface a bar dot ds bar. I'm splitting into small. No, just I will use here small k. Just there will be a lot of boxes in a like a, you just consider a small room. In that room there is a lot of boxes, right? So in that way, just I'm writing over here sigma k. That means total volume, total surface, I'm just splitting into small cells. Total volume I am filling with the cells, small cells. How many cells are there? K number of cells are there. Just I am writing over here. So integral over s a bar dot ds bar equal to integral over, I mean integral over s a bar dot ds bar sigma k. I am just writing. Now this one, if you look at here, integral over a bar dot ds bar, I know the statement. That's all right. How to prove that integral over s a bar dot ds bar? You just send this surface integral this side. If you send the surface integral this side, what we will, sorry, volume integral this side, what we will get? Integral over closed surface a bar dot ds bar. If you send volume integral this side, it will become limit del v tends to 0 divided by del v. This dv will become del v. So this one, just you write it over here. That means sigma k integral over closed surface a bar dot ds bar. Just what I am doing, I am filling the small boxes in a volume, right? So del vk in a volume, dividing with volume and multiplying with volume. Now I will use this one. Okay, anyway, so if you're writing this only this equation, you will get 2 marks. Only writing this equation, 2 marks. If you want to know what is the theory behind that, just we are dividing the divide the volume, divide the volume into large number of, that means more number of, large number of small cells. That means just in a room, just you assume a room, there is a lot of boxes are there, small boxes you kept. That's what over here we are writing this one. If you're writing only this equation, you will get 2 marks. Then what is the another equation we need to recall? Just simple, from the divergence principle, from the definition of divergence. That means from here only, no need to recall anything. You know this integral over s a bar dot ds bar equal to integral over volume del dot a bar d bar. So what we need to do, simple, integral over v and dv. If you send this side, this will become limit del v tends to 0 and delta v we will get equal to del dot a bar. Right? Just you write it over here. You just write it over here. What we need to write? From the definition of divergence. From the definition of divergence. From the definition of divergence, del dot a bar is nothing but divergence of a bar, right? No need to remember any other equation. From the statement itself, just I am rewriting this, right? But don't write in this in the middle of the this one. Just in your rough page, you write this one. So divergence of a bar, also we can call it as del dot a bar is equals to, what is the equation we got? Limit del v k cells I am just considering, del v k tends to 0, integral over closed surface a bar dot ds bar divided by del v k. This equation will carry 1 mark. We just look at here how this equation came. Just from the statement only I written over here. I didn't do anything. I didn't remember any other equation. Just from the given equation I just written over here. Now here if you look at here, integral over closed surface a bar dot ds bar equal to integral over, sorry, sigma k integral over s a bar dot ds bar. Right? Now this one, what I need to do, If you look at here, these two, let me take, this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Now if you look at here, this only this portion, only just you look at this portion. Okay, sorry, only this portion. Only if you look at this portion, both are same. If you look at this, both are same. So what I can write it over here, integral over, so this equation from the equation 1, from equation 1 and 2, integral over closed surface a bar dot ds bar is equals to a bar dot ds bar equal to sigma k, instead of this one, instead of this, just you write del dot a bar. Instead of this, del dot a bar into del vk is there, no? So just you write del vk. For writing this, you will get 1 mark. You will get 1 mark because this is the for discrete charges. Discrete charges, because we have sigma over here. If I want to write for continuous charges, this sigma is nothing but summation. This sigma will become integration. Just simple, you will get integral over volume del dot a bar into del vk. This is for integral over dv. Sorry, this you need to write dv. This is for discrete case, and we need to write this for into dv. This is for continuous charge. So if you writing this equation, you will get 1 mark. So total how many marks? So how many equations we need to write? Equation 1, equation 2, equation number 3. Whatever theory you are writing or not, that is a different story. But if you write this equation, that is more than enough. So now I hope you understand these 3 equations. Whenever, and for the statement you will get 1 mark. So total 6 marks easily you can get from the divergence theorem. Now we will solve this given one numerical based on the divergence theorem. Please take your paper and pen and paper and write along with me, then it will be easy for you. Right, given that d is equals to d bar, blocklet some here they given d bar is equals to 4y square ax cap 3x square y ay cap plus 15 az cap coulomb per meter square. So now verify both sides of the divergence theorem and evaluate charge enclosed within 0 less than x comma y comma z less than 2. So now they're asking both sides we need to verify the divergence theorem. Both sides we need to verify the divergence theorem. So now you need to recall what is divergence theorem. What is divergence theorem? What is divergence theorem? Divergence theorem will give the relation between surface integral and volume integral. So it will give the relation between closed surface integral. Here d bar vector given, d bar dot ds bar is equals to integral over volume del dot d bar into dv. So this we need to calculate both sides. We need to evaluate the for verifying the divergence theorem. Right, now first I will consider what is d bar. D bar is equals to 4y square ax cap plus 3x square y ay cap plus 15 az cap. This is d bar, coulomb per meter square. Now what is ds bar? What is ds bar? Now you need to recall some of the vector analysis part. Now you can see over here x, y, z. xyz they given, if xyz given, that is Cartesian coordinate system. Cartesian coordinate system. Just you need to write it here: ax, ay, az, right? Ax cap, ay cap, and az cap. Now, what are the differential length along the x-axis, along the y-axis, along the z-axis? You just see here dx, dy, dz. This is the differential length along the x-axis, along the y-axis, along the z-axis. Now, this is the differential length, dl bar. Let us take dl bar. Now, if I want to know what is the surface area, if I want to know what is the surface area, that is also very simple. This is dl bar. Now, if I want to know what is the surface area, that here ax is there. No, what is the remaining terms? Dy dz. You need to recall, you need to understand like this: dy dz ax cap plus along the y direction remaining terms, and that means you can write it here ay cap. What is the remaining terms? Y is there, you can take dz and dx. Now, along the az direction, z is there, xy is missing, so I can write here dx dy. This is the ds bar. So generally, if you refer the books, they will give dy dz ax or dz dx ay or dx dy az. Separate terms they will give, but you can write all. You can consider over here dy dz ax, dz dx ay, dx dy az. Simply you write it over here: dy dz ax cap plus dz dx ay cap plus dx dy az cap. Now you just, we need to perform d bar dot ds bar, d bar dot ds bar. Whenever you are performing the dot product, same vectors, that means ax dot ax, ay dot ay, az dot az is equals to 1. Ax dot ax, ay dot ay, az dot az equal to 1. Now here ax is here, ax is here, ay, az, az. Just you multiply linearly. That means ax dot ax equal to 1. So I will get it over here: 4y square dy dz plus ay dot ay 1. Linear multiplication. Just I am telling this term and this term. What you will get? 3x square y dz dx plus az dot az is 1, so I will write it here: 15 into dx dy. Up to here there is no problem. This very easily we can write this. What is d bar? If you look at that, they given xyz, that means they given the Cartesian coordinate. You just recall what is ax, ay, az unit vectors and differential length, and from the differential length you can write the differential surface. If you know directly, you can write. If you don't know, just you write it from here. Simply you can write from the rough page, you write these things, that will help you. Now what we need to evaluate: integral over closed surface d bar dot ds bar. This is very important step. This one we need to calculate, right? Here most of the students, they will do the mistake. Now I will write it here: integral over closed surface d bar dot ds bar is equals to integral over closed surface. What is d bar dot ds bar? Just write it here: 4y square dy dz. 4y square dy dz plus 3x square y, 3x square y dz dx, dz dx plus 15 dx dy, 15 dx dy. Up to here no problem. Now the problem will arise, that is whenever you are separating the integral terms, that is integral over closed surface 4y square dy dz plus integral over closed surface 3x square y dz dx plus integral over closed surface 15 into dx dy. Now, most of the students here only they will get confused while doing the divergence theorem. So that's what we need to be very careful. Here y and z is varying. Just I will write how x, y, z is varying. As per the question, x, y, z is varying from 0 to 2. That means x is varying from 0 to 2, y is varying from 0 to 2, z also varying from 0 to 2. Right. Now, if you look at the here, dy dz, that means y is varying, z is varying. What about x value? X is some constant, right? But x also vary. I don't know what is the constant, but here, based on the question, x also varying. X is varying from 0 to 2. But as per I want, x should be constant, right? So that's why what I will do over here, integral over y and z is varying. No, y is varying from, you can see over here, y is varying from 0 to 2. So y is varying from 0 to 2 as well. Z is varying from 0 to 2. 4y square dy dz. Here we need to be careful. Y is varying, Z is varying. At the time, X should be constant, right? So, but X also, I don't know what is the value, but X also varying from 0 to 2. Here I will write X is varying from 0 to 2. This we need to write. Plus, now which is varying? Z and X is varying, right? Now, integral over Z is varying from 0 to 2, X is varying from 0 to 2, 3x square y dz dx. Here, which is dz dx is varying, y should be constant. But what is the y value? Y also varying from 0 to 2, right? So y is varying from 0 to 2. Plus integral, same third term, if you consider x and y is varying, because dx dy is there, right? So x is varying from 0 to 2, y is varying from 0 to 2, 15 into dx dy. Whenever x and y is varying, z should be constant, but z is also varying, right? So just I will cut it over here, z equal to 0 to 2. So this step is very, very, very important. Now what we need to do? Every time you write two terms, this in this first term, you need to write two terms. Each term you need to write two times. This is very important. Integral y is varying from 0 to 2 and z is varying from 0 to 2. 4y square dy dz. Upper limit minus lower limit. What is the upper limit? X value is varying from 0 to 2, right? So upper limit is 2, right? So here I will write x equal to 2 minus, same story we need to write it here. Integral y equal to 0 to 2. Integral z equal to 0 to 2. 4y square dy dz where x equal to 0. Sir, I know what is the equations, directly I will write. Yeah, you can write. No issue. But those who are new to this, just you follow like this, easily you can get 7 marks from this question. Now similarly for the second term, so the from just I written upper limit x is equals to 2, one term, x equal to 0, another term. Now come to the second term, that means this term, this term. Here again y is varying from 0 to 2, right? So now again I will write z is varying from 0 to 2 and x is varying from 0 to 2, 3x square y dz dx where y is varying y equal to 2. That means upper limit I am substituting. Now what we need to do? Upper limit minus lower limit, right? Minus, what is the lower limit? Same story we need to write it here. That means integral over z is equals to 0 to 2 integral y is equals to, sorry, integral x is equals to 0 to 2 integral x equal to 0 to 2 3x square y 3x square y dz dx where y equal to 0. Just I am splitting each term into two subterms. How I am writing upper limit one term, lower limit one term, plus again this third term. This third term again I am splitting into two portions. One is upper limit, another one is lower limit, right? Same thing, x equal to 0 to 2 integral y equal to 0 to 2 15 into dx dy. Here z is having 0 to 2 variation. That means upper limit is 2, lower limit is 0, right? So now here I will consider where z is equal to 2 minus again x equal to 0 to 2 integral y equal to 0 to 2 15 into dx dy integral z equal to 0. So this is very important step. Generally, where we will do the mistake. Only we need to write this step for only for divergence theorem. That we need to be very careful. First, what we done? First, we taken what is d bar, what is ds bar, what is d bar dot ds bar. Then integral over closed surface. Whenever you are applying the closed surface, here dy dz, here in the first term dy dz dz, that means y and z is varying. What about x value? X also varying. That's what I am considering. X is varying from 0 to 2. Now I am just splitting the this one into upper limit minus lower limit. It is indirectly what we are doing. For example, I have x surface over here and this is my y surface. This is somewhere over here, z surface is there. Let us take. But I want this, if you look at here, this is my z surface. Let us take. Now I want I want a closed surface, right? What I need to do? What is the excess term is there? I need to cut it. I need to cut this portion. I need to cut this portion. So that's what over we are doing over in this previous step. That is upper limit minus lower limit we are doing over here. Okay, I'm just cutting the pieces. Now this will be very easy step. See, there is no x term over in the first term. There is no x term. Here also there is no x term. Then what will happen? These two will have the same terms, right? So the first two terms will become 0. First two terms will become 0. What will happen? There is no x term inside over here. This you need to be very careful. X is 2 is there, x equal to 0 is there. If I want to substitute over in this inside, there is no x term. So what I do, what I will do, just I will cancel these two. Come to here. Y term is there, y equal to 2, y equal to 2 is there. So what I need to do, if y is there means I need to substitute that. So what I will do over here, plus integral z equal to 0 to 2 integral z is equals to 0 to 2 integral x is equal to 0 to 2 x equal to 0 to 2 3x square into y is there. Now what is the y value? Y equal to 2. They told y equal to 2, right? 2 into dz into dx minus if you substitute y equal to 0 here, what will happen? 0. If you substitute y equal to 0, it will become 0. So this term will become 0 because y equal to 0. Just you substitute here 3x square into y value 0, so the total term will become 0. Now come to here. Now whether is there any z inside of this equation? There is no z. Just what we need to do? these two will get cancelled, because if you substitute that, both are the same. Z, there is no Z here, so both will get cancelled. So finally what you got, from the out of all the integrals, you got only one term, that is this one. So what is this integration term we got here? 6 into integral over z is equals to 0 to 2 integral x equal to 0 to 2 6 into x, sorry, 6 already written outside, right? X square into dz dx, x square into dz dx. Now just separate the integrals, that means 6 into integral z equal to 0 to 2 dz integral x equal to 0 to 2 dx x square dx. So most of the students separate the integrals, means they will use plus. Please don't do that, because that integrals are writing like surface integral. Two line integrals is nothing but one surface integral, right? So integral z equal to 0 to dz, integral x equal to 0 to x square dx. So now just I will perform the integration. Integral dz is nothing but z, where z is varying from 0 to 2. X square integration x cube by 3, where x is varying from 0 to 2. Now just apply the upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit z, you just substitute upper limit is 2 minus lower limit is 0. Upper limit is 2 cube minus 0 cube by 3. Now how much you will get? Integral closed surface d bar dot ds bar is equals to, how much we got? 6 into 2 into 8 by 3. 3 ones, 3 twos. So we'll get 32 is the left side answer. So for this, what steps we done? D bar calculated, ds bar we written, and d bar dot ds bar evaluated. And here we need to be very careful. There is no x term inside of the equation. Just you cancel these two. If it is any, for example, sir, y is varying from 0 to 2, no. So that means I written y equal to 2 upper limit minus lower limit. Each one I written two times. One is upper limit minus lower limit, upper limit minus lower limit, upper limit minus lower limit. Now here if you look at here, x is varying from 0 to 2. There is no x inside of the term. Inside there is no x value, right? Simply you just cancel. There is a y term over here. There is no z term over here. Sir, I just felt this is very difficult step like that. So simple what we need to do, just you check it whether x is there or not. If x is not there, here directly you can write x is not there, this term will become 0. If you are sir, I understand how this will happening. If you know that, directly what you can write, in this step only this term will become 0. But here just you need to see over here, y is varying from 0 to 2, y is there inside. So what you need to do, upper limit minus lower limit, directly you can substitute 2 minus 0 over here. You can substitute directly, no problem. And here there is no z term here, but z is varying from 0 to 2. So directly you can write this step also will become 0. Like that you can write. When we can write, if you know, if you are very confident about the problem, just directly you can write. Sir, if I don't know how to write that, just simply follow this step. Right? Now this is our left side. So where we need to be very careful, whenever we are solving the divergence theorem, these limits are, we need to be very careful while applying the surface integral, because this is a closed surface integral. Here it is a closed surface integral. Now coming to the right hand side, RHS. What is there in the RHS? Integral over volume del dot d bar into dv. Now again, we need to write what is d bar. What is d bar? D bar in the sense 4y square ax, 4y square ax cap plus 3x square y 3x square y ay cap plus 15 into az cap plus 15 into az cap. Now del, what is this del? That also we need to be remember carefully. We need to recall that. So what is mean by del? Del is nothing but a differential operator, differential vector operator. So what is the purpose of this? You can calculate the gradient. Gradient means how much slope is there. You can calculate the divergence. That means how much flux is leaving, how much something is leaving from the surface, that you can see with the divergence. And curl is there, whether it is the field is a rotational or not, that you can verify. Right. Anyway, here a del, you just del in the sense differentiation, just you can know, right? Del is nothing but differentiation. You can write it here, dou by dou x along the x direction x cap plus dou by dou y ay cap plus dou by dou z along the z direction. This is the del value. Now just write it over here, dou by dou x ax cap plus dou by dou y ay cap plus dou by dou z az cap. Now what we need to do? Del dot d bar. Del dot d bar is nothing but what I told. Whenever you are saw the dot product, just you multiply linearly. That means here ax dot ax one term, ay dot ay one, az dot az one. So now what I need to do? Dou by dou x into 4y square. Directly I am multiplying these two. Dou by dou x 4y square plus what we need to do? Dou by dou y 3x square plus dou by dou z 15, dou by dou z into 15. Once you know this, once you know that differentiation, this is partial differentiation. If you look at here, 3x square y, right? Now if you look at here, if I'm differentiating with respect to x, there is no x in the function, this will become 0. This is for partial derivation. Only the same term is there, differentiation we can do that, right? Plus dou by dou y 3x square y. You can see here, you can write it here, 3x square into dou y by dou y plus constant, differentiation of constant, this will become 0. So now what you will get? 3x square. Now what we need to evaluate? Integral over volume del dot d bar into dv. This is what we need to evaluate. Now we know that del dot d bar is 3x square calculated. What is dv? So just again I am writing over here ax cap, ay cap, az cap. That means unit vectors in the Cartesian coordinate. I told differential length dl bar is equals to dx, dy, dz. So now already I written the ds bar. Now you need to recall what is dv. dv is nothing but multiply all the things, that is dx into dy into dz. So now you know that dx x cap plus dy ay cap plus dz az cap. Now dv is nothing but dx dy dz. So now what we need to do? Now integral over volume del dot d bar into dv. How the volume will vary? X is varying from 0 to 2, y is varying from 0 to 2, and z is varying from 0 to 2. X is varying, y is varying, z is varying. What is del dot d bar? Del dot d bar is nothing but 3x square. What is dv? dv is nothing but dx, dy, dz. Now simple, we need to do the integration. So 3 is a constant, just take outside, and here x is varying from 0 to 2. Any x term is there, x square dx. Then integral. Don't put minus plus anything. These are multiplication, all are. Y is varying from 0 to 2. Any y term is there? dy. Integral z is varying from 0 to 2. Any z terms is there? dz. Now 3 into x square integration x cube by 3, where x is varying from 0 to 2. Now y integration y square, sorry, dy integration y. Integral dy is nothing but y, limits varying from 0 to 2. Now similarly z is varying from 0 to, the integral dz means z varying from 0 to 2. Now here 3 3 will get cancelled. Upper limit is just 2 cube minus 0. Here it is 2 minus 0. Upper limit minus lower limit. Here also 2 minus 0. We will get 8 into 2 into 2. We will get 32. Now if you look at here, in the previous case, integral over closed surface d bar dot ds bar is equals to integral over volume del dot d bar into dv. We got the values is 32. Therefore, divergence theorem is verified. So this is how you can solve the problem. Now in the next class, we will see that how to derive the Maxwell's first equation from the Gauss law. We will solve in the next class. Thank you for joining.